Welcome to the NZRL National Women's Premiership. 5 weeks of competition, 6 powerhouse zones and non-stop rugby league action. Today we're at Massey Park in Auckland. This competition is the launch pad for the next generation of Kiwi Ferns, where maybe raw talent collides with some big name experiences. New stars are ready to shine today. Seasoned leaders are here to prove a point, and every week brings us closer to a crowning champion on October 12th. I am thrilled to be alongside former Kiwi Ferns rep Crystal Rota, bringing her insight straight from the middle of the field, coaching or playing. Crystal, so good to have you with us. What are you looking forward to with this match?
Oh, I'm really excited. I mean, the Orcas really stood out in the 2024 national season. They're extremely competitive, and they had a really good win over the Vulcans last year, which I think was a bit of an upset in the competition. So that's really exciting. The Vulcans, on the other hand, they've got a really new side compared to last year, as they always do, but they've got a lot of talent amongst their team, a lot of up-and-coming players, which is exciting to see. So it's going to be a good matchup out there, so I can't wait to see how this one plays out.
It's not the most beautiful day in Tamaki Makaurau, but I can tell you what, it's beautiful rugby league weather. Let's take a look at the lineups here from the Vulcans. Lots of debutantes. Keep an eye on Danny Nicol-Gray. Currently she's signed with the One New Zealand Warriors team. She's crafty. She's very, very deceptive as well. Hedawini, June Westerland, Trinity Crosby, they're all part of the Papakura Sea Eagles side that recently won the ARL Steel Shanks Women's Premiership. They've got a lot to offer. Number 5, keep an eye on her. She is full of pace and she knows how to run to the line. Let's hear from the coach and former NRL player, George Cameron. Let's see what George has to say.
Well, with George
from the Auckland Vulcans. George, awful day for footy. How are you feeling?
Feeling good. Excited to finally get the team out on the paddock. We've kind of had a bit of a short prep, but the girls have responded really well, so just excited to get out there now.
What does success look like today?
It's not going to be perfect, round one, a lot of new combinations, but I'm just hoping that we can complete our sets and compete in the game, and that's all I'll be asking for.
What are you expecting from the Orcas?
Tough team. They got one over us last year. We've got some good players coming back from injury as well, so definitely know it's going to be a tough physical game, but we just need to be prepared to stay in the grind and compete.
All the best, George.
Cheers. Thanks, Marco.
Physical does George Cameron. 83 NRL matches for the Knights. I think he might even played 180 Super League matches for the Wigan Warriors. What about their opposition, the Wellington Orcas? They are representing Te Wanganui Aotearoa. They finished 4th in the 2024 Women's Premiership. This is the team that the Wellington Orcas have named for round 1 of the NZRL Premiership. They have lots of experience. They've also got lots of new time players. The Orcas, they're young, they're enthusiastic, they're ready to play with fire in their belly. And keep an eye on Krara Ridge Te Iwamate, their halfback. She's crafty, she's the orchestrator, and she will make a difference to the Orcas. What does Daniel McEwen have to say about his side?
We're here with Daniel McEwen from the Wellington Orcas. Daniel, how's the team come together?
Yeah, not too bad. There's been a lot of change in the group in the last sort of 6 or so weeks. So, yeah, we're building nicely. But, I think hopefully we start moving in that right direction today. And hopefully things go well.
Bit of change, any new faces we should look out for?
Mate, I think all up we've got about 10 debutants in the squad today. So it's a pretty fresh-looking squad. But, I think anyone can have their day and everyone's capable of playing well enough. So, looking forward to see what they managed to pull out today.
Yeah, looking forward to it too. All the best.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.
That there is Daniel McEwen, hails from the Randwick Club, part of the NZRL High Performance Coaching Program. He used to also, I think, coach the Orcas men's team. He's heavily invested right now in this Wahine team. Plenty of new players, plenty of experience. Crystal Rota didn't get a great opportunity to chat to you at the start of the production, but let's have a little kōrero now. What an opportunity for these players to make their name. We've heard there are 10 debutants for the Orcas. There's also plenty for the Auckland Vulcans. It's a pathway for these players to make their name and let them know that I'm here to play and I want to jump further on the representative level?
Oh, absolutely. We haven't had the Wednesday night league like we did last year, which gave the girls a lot of exposure, you know, by playing on television. We didn't have that this year for the grassroots, so having this provincial competition being aired on TV just gives the ladies a bit of exposure. You know, there's the pathways into the Warriors now, so it gives them that opportunity to be seen, providing opportunities for these ladies, which they so deserve. There's so many girls that are playing good enough footy to play in the NRLW in our local competition, so I'm excited that they get this opportunity and this exposure on television.
Wherever you're watching around Aotearoa, this is the Women's 2025 National Premiership competition, and we are ready to kick things off. First week of the competition. In 5 weeks' time, we'll decide who will make it through to the finals. Every point counts. And we are away on the left of your screens. The Auckland Rugby League Vulcans taking on from the right, representing Wellington, the Wellington Orcas. No opportunity for second chances at this stage. We are playing under international rules, just one referee. Let's be honest, one referee's enough, Crystal.
No, you cannot have one referee. No. Yes,
enough.
in our competition, we're used to having one referee, a couple of linesmen. Sometimes in grassroots, we only have the referee. So, yes, they've got linesmen there, which is great.
So the Orcas trying to get out of their 25, and they do that. You are watching things live from Massey Park, and this is the Women's Premiership competition. A poor pass picked up nicely, trying to make some yards. The Orcas from Wellington on your screens, right to left in the black and yellow. They finished 4th in the competition last year. The kick goes early on 4. The chase is there. As we know, the kick is only as good as the chase, and very good defence early from the Orcas.
Yeah, good defence. Kat Wirakohu, she's an experienced player, number 17, played for the Kiwi Ferns, and she also was a part of the World Cup squad and hurt her calf before we actually got to travel. So she's back, and she's about to do some damage, I'd say, in this game.
I like the attitude from the executive level of the Orcas. As you can see, they're defending now from right to left, and I've been speaking to plenty of the executive members. Ooh, a little error there. Little error early, and that's from the defensive pressure from the Wellington Orcas. Good tackle, smashing defence. Just one referee, an opportunity for that referee to keep the players back 10 metres, and as a result of that, lots can happen, heaps of problems in the ruck. So an early error from the Auckland Vulcans in this match, just 2 minutes into the first half. Possession is with the Orcas, and feeding it is Te Iwimate. She's a good little halfback. She is an orchestrator, a communicator. She doesn't stop talking. She'll make sure her big forwards do everything that they need to make some yards. Not shy in making yards is Wai Tui Kupa. Looking to points early in this competition. An early strip coming from our referee. He'll be a very, very busy man indeed. Just one referee in the competition. A fresh set of 6 for the Wellington Orcas. Keeping everything in the middle of the pitch at the moment for attack. Looking out wide, the defence looks a little vulnerable. Ball goes behind, and errors seem to be an issue at the moment. A couple of errors early, first of all from the Auckland Vulcans and now from the Orcas. Conditions are a little inclement here in Tamaki Makaurau, not going to lie. But hey, it's great rugby league weather.
Yeah, it is. It's nice rugby league weather if you like playing in wet conditions.
You love playing in wet conditions.
You like sliding around in the mud. Good opportunity here for the Orcas though, and good ball position. See what they can produce off the back of this. Oh, it's the Vulcans ball. See what the Vulcans can produce. Get out of their red zone.
Moving good in defence are the Orcas. They would love more than anything to hold the Vulcans team down their defensive end of the pitch. Joining me in commentary, Crystal Ruta, 15 test matches for the Kiwi Ferns. I feel very privileged indeed to have an insight into the match. You'll be quite relieved that you're not coaching today, mate.
Yes, yes, I get to watch some footy, call some footy, and then coach tomorrow. So that's the dream weekend for myself.
I don't know what you want to be, a coach or a caller or a player, but at this stage, the Vulcans are trying to make their way up the pitch. It's coming down to fundamental rugby league at this end of the competition. Good yards, good charge. The defence so far, very, very good, and nothing clinical at this stage from the Vulcans. An early error, and our referee will call in the scrum, bring both teams in. We are under international rules, which means the scrums have quite an impact on this match. Just one referee. That referee will decide whether or not the defensive players are back the 10 metres and whether or not the players' ruck speed is quick enough to keep things going. The Orcas will be pleased at this stage. They decide to go down a blindside raid. Good charge, also very, very good defence. Left to right, defending are the Auckland Vulcans. They haven't been shy in announcing how well they will do in this competition, have the Auckland Vulcans. They are a mix of experience and new players. They are very much a development side. After Akaranga and Counties select their initial squad, the Vulcans pull together a team of remaining pool talent. They often announce it's a development team. In terms of development, there's a lot of young players with a point to prove. Taira Leota charging her way. Picked up nicely from the Vulcans, having to defend and then retrieve. Been plenty of changes on the jerseys for a number of these players. Apologies to any whānau out there that may think that we get the names incorrect. What we can tell you at the stage is that the Orcas are defending very, very well and defending as a team possess. Something about the Orcas that tells you they've got a point to prove in 2025.
Yeah, they're backing off the back of a very strong season in 2024, so they do have a point to prove. You always want to be lifting each year, so they'll come out here trying to keep those standards that they had last year, but obviously having a new squad, so it's always hard to do that. But so far they've really injected themselves into this game against the Vulcans, and here's a little error from the Orcas here. Not sure if the ref's going to call a strip. I think he has.
That'll be a penalty to the Orcas, and they'll welcome it at this stage, just 7 minutes into the first half. No points on the board. This is the first game of the Women's National Premiership. Only a support play there from the Vulcans. Good defence. The Wellington Orcas have been advocating just how much they have worked on their defence, and they'll have to work very hard indeed if they've got to prove 2 points. 6 zones in this competition. Maui, donning the jersey number 23, looked to be grabbing her left leg. Concerned about her pakaru waiwai. Not afraid to spread it early. Double cut out pass from the Vulcans. Opened out wide and smashed and shut down by the Orcas. The Orcas at the moment from Wellington in the black and yellow are not threatened at all as to what is coming their way. There'll be options for the Vulcans. Not so many decoy runners. The kick goes up on 4. Where's the chase? Good take.
Extremely good defensive set there from the Orcas. Good line speed. They're all pushing up, staying connected. So it's very hard for the Vulcans to get through. Had a couple of good defensive reads on that right edge, shutting at the right time, keeping the left edge of the Vulcans out of it.
You are watching the New Zealand Women's Premier League. This is the Auckland Vulcans in blue up against the Wellington Orcas. 5 weeks of competition culminating with a final on October 12. Just 6 zones being represented. Te Whanganui Aotearoa, Wellington. Their whole region is represented by this side on the right of the screen. The kick goes in. That one's dropped and gathered nicely. Charging to the line. Is there an opportunity? It's only the first tackle. Very clever play from Manaya Maxwell Puotoa. Nose away to the line does Efarimo Liafe. Just 18 years of age is the number 9 from the Orcas. Looking good. One more pass might take it. Is there an opportunity to go one more? And it goes through the hands. There was a triple overlap for the Orcas then. That's pressure.
That is pressure. Missed opportunity there from the Orcas, but good defence from the Vulcans. Good defensive read there by Hirewani. They all slide across. Aroha got right across there to shut that down.
Number 9 from the Vulcans, Whenua. Very, very good defence. Don't be surprised if she clocks up 40 tackles. She's renowned for her defensive prowess, and as we all know, defence wins games. There was a super coach that said that once. I think his name was Jack Gibson. I think he might have coached the Parramatta Eels. Here come the Vulcans, charging their way through. Pushing them back are the Orcas. Considering their way through the middle of the pitch. Good charge that time from Maui Maui, recovered from that knee injury. Off the chest that time, and the Wellington Orcas celebrate a mistake from the Vulcans. How important is this competition for Wahine Rugby League in Aotearoa?
Oh, it's very important. This is, you know, the next level up from our grassroots competition. So this is the pathway that leads into what in our competition would be the NRLW, because we don't have anything between those two levels of footy. So this is so important for our game, for our local game here in Aotearoa.
Bit of a redemption game, in fact, for the head coach, George Camont. The Vulcans went down last year to a very strong Wellington side, as Crystal Rota has just mentioned. They've got a point to prove this afternoon, and on errors like that, they may have an opportunity to point it. Maya Ricard of the Wellington Orcas just trying to push it too quick, too fast. Sometimes the occasion can get better of the players. It becomes quite ominous when you think about what you need to do, and sometimes you just try and push it too fast, too quick, and it's not easy out there. I mean, the rain has stopped. Kauri ua, no more rain.
Yeah, there would be pressure. This is their first game. This is the opening match, so be a little bit of pressure for ladies. Bit of nerves to start the competition. Here's a break from the Vulcans.
Good charging run down the left-hand side. Jayla Ropiti donning the number 2 for the Vulcans. Good support play from the Vulcans at the moment. This is the first chance they've had to prove their attacking prowess. What have they got? Whenua picks it up, passes it through. Looking to charge the line, and what a reward for the young, talented number 9 from the Auckland Vulcans. Whenua charged after the kick in the first place, made the most of the error. Look at that. Oh, Crystal Rota, you love a dummy half run, mate.
Oh, yes. Good scanning there from Louis. Spots the space on the outside there. Darts from dummy half. Gets through 2 defenders. Wirakohu unable to stop her. And the Vulcans on the board first. It's been a high error rate from both sides to start this game, as we spoke of earlier. It could be to do with the fact that, you know, the girls are a little bit nervous. It's their first time playing together, a lot of these ladies. Obviously, provincial sides come from all different clubs, so everyone's just trying to find that connection, find those combinations, and that's what happens in the first half of your first game, is that's where you start to build, start to understand how each other plays, build those combinations with your halves, with your hookers, and your outside players.
Lining it up in front, trying to go 6 ahead of the Auckland Vulcans. Can't get much better than that. And the flags go up, and a great start from the team in blue. We heard Daniel McEwen, the coach of the Wellington Orcas, mentioned before 10 debutants. And we talk about pathways and opportunities for these players, but 10 debutants, a chance for them to represent at a representative level for the first time. Plenty of eyes on the NRLW, the One New Zealand Warriors. In the long run, that's where they are heading. Isn't it great to have the Wahine back in the Warriors for the NRLW?
Oh, it's awesome. It's awesome to have them back. And I believe they're doing well. There's been a lot of controversial talk about so much, but I believe they're really building. I believe that Ron Griffiths is an amazing coach, and he's doing amazing things in that space. And he's looking at the bigger picture, the long-term plan, and building strong foundations for the Warriors as they've just been introduced back in. So I think they're going to do amazing things over the next couple of years, and I'm excited to see what they do.
The Orcas kicking off, trailing 6-love, playing against the Auckland Vulcans. You've been listening to the insight from Kiwi Ferns International, Crystal Rulta. I'm having a chat about you for a while, Crystal, if you don't mind. I know you're whakama, mate. It's not your cup of tea, to be honest. Played 15 tests. Am I right with 15?
Yes, you are.
Yes,
yeah.
I thought I was right. Oh, good charge up the middle from the Vulcans. You are known for your reliability with defensive work rate. That is exactly what the Orcas need to turn on at the moment. Good cheap offload. Here comes Louis. She charges her way. She knows her way to the line. What a great offload. Excellent pass from the young number 9 from the Auckland Vulcans. Outstanding stuff. The gaps are starting to open up in the middle of the patch for the Wellington Orcas. Good try. Was that Shah Davis?
No, that was Danny Nicole Gray. So she's just returned, Danny Nicole Gray, from injury. She's been with the Warriors as a development player throughout the season, and she's got her shoulder back intact, and she's here for the Vulcans, as we see here. She takes the ball right into the line, inside ball. Beautiful ball.
Keep an eye on 18. Keep an eye on her. Look at her off the shoulder, looking for the short ball away from the defender. As you mentioned, Danny Nicole Gray signed with the One New Zealand Warriors NRL team. She's got a point to prove, and she's proving it.
Yeah, definitely. She's she's been around for a while, even though she's still very young. She's done a lot in her time, and it's good to see her back. Actually, I know it would have been a struggle for her being in the Warriors space and not being able to sort of take the field, but she's back now, and as you said, she's got a point to prove, and she's doing just that.
Well, she scored the try, got a chance to put an extra 2 points ahead for the Auckland Vulcans. Lines it up, kicks it over. Do the flags go up? Both do. She can do just about everything. She's a very good support player, is Danny Nicole Gray. There she is. There's your try scorer for the Auckland Vulcans. Danny Nicole Gray. Just to the right of the post, taking a great support pass from Finna Louis, who scored a try earlier for the Vulcans. The Vulcans are sending a message, not just on the scoreboard, but they seem to have reduced their errors. So Keisha Claridge to Iwamata sends the ball nice and deep to give her Orcas an opportunity to try and create a mistake. It's been sent a message from their coaching staff, try and shut down what is happening from the try scorer and the playmaker, Finna Louis of the Auckland Vulcans. She's the number 9. She is so fit and so athletic. You watch her in that dummy half role. She is always there for possession and distribution, not holding back. Looking really comfortable. Good run, Moe. Support players there from the Vulcans. Already up 12-0. 20 minutes into the match nearly. The kick goes on the fourth. The chase is there. The pressure is underway. And Waitui Cooper, the number 1 from the Wellington Orcas, takes it cleanly and gives the team an opportunity to try and make some yards. They need to get out of their own 25. That's what the Orcas need. They've got the kicking game. They're under the pump at the moment. You go back to the middle of the pitch, off the shoulder. The referee says that one didn't go back, that one went forward. What a great opportunity for the Vulcans to charge forward. The errors keep on coming from the Orcas.
Yeah, I think if a little bit of fatigue might be starting to set in for the Orcas. Starting to make quite a few errors, which generally happens when the players start to get a bit tired. Good opportunity for the Vulcans here in their good ball area. As we know, they've got some powerful middles, some speed on the edges. Decided to go down the short side.
Nice charge on the first tackle. What have the Vulcans got? Smashed down the left attacking edge for the Vulcans. Very good defence that time from Ranapia. One out play at the moment from the Vulcans. They've got plenty of opportunities. A nice decoy run. Here comes the charge. No one underneath the ball. And the celebration will not be there for the Vulcans, as the referee says you cannot run around the opposition or your own player. A little run around play. We don't see that a lot in rugby league at the moment. Oh, I think we see it a lot. We just don't see it called a lot. Oh, nice. Well kept in from the Vulcans. They really needed to find the sideline that time, did the Orcas. Louis, always first on the ball. Finding support from players, left and right, left and right. Continuing in the middle of the pitch are the Vulcans. Leading 12-0 at the moment, just 21.5 minutes into the first half. All the attacking players coming from the Vulcans at the moment. Nice switch of direction and a charge, and pushes the ball forward. And the defence at the moment from the Orcas have no answers.
Yeah, beautiful try there from Luce Kuli. She's a powerful runner. Comes from the club Mangere East. To see her there, too powerful, too strong, straight through 2 defenders. Can't stop her. Luce Kuli, so strong. They actually went to the left side. She spots a defensive lapse in the Orcas defensive line on the right side and takes that opportunity to extend the scoreboard for the Auckland Vulcans.
She's a very clever player. She reads the defensive play really well from the opposition. She doesn't just realise where they may be weak on one side or one player. She knows where they are loose on one side, and she targeted that side. An outstanding run from Lucy Kuli. Rewarded with the points. Dana Nicole Gray is trying to make a name for herself. Already been named in the NRLW1 New Zealand Warriors side. Lines it up and tries to add 2 more points to the table. She's faultless at the moment with a strong grapple on this match. Watch the switch of direction. She realises that the markers were going to one side. She only had to make 7 metres on a charge. And as you mentioned, Crystal Rota, the defensive side, is getting a little nengy, a little tired when it comes to stopping this Auckland Vulcans team. They are clinical at the moment, is the team in blue.
Yeah, they're starting to find their feet, starting to find their combinations, which is evident here. Also, it looks like they've found their second wind. The Orcas are struggling on the other hand. You're a bit tired. It's a bit hard to cover defensively. That's what we're starting to see from the Orcas here. Bit of fatigue, bit of disconnection defensively.
The Auckland Vulcans leading the Wellington Orcas 18-0 at this stage. Caitlin Lewin lines it up. Sends it nice and deep. What defensive pressure do the Orcas have at the moment? Tackles have to be made. They're not being made. The charge is made. Very good support play. Who is it? Who do you think it is? Danny Nicole Gray finds her way to the middle of the pitch. She's hungry for possession. Teal charging her way, the number 23 from the Vulcans, all the way up the middle. Just tackle number 2 for the Vulcans at the moment. Good, smashing tackle. The offload is still made. Having to work tirelessly are the Orcas to try and keep the Vulcans out. They just seem to know their way to the line. Vakusalia, the number 12 from the Vulcans, gets up and plays the ball quick, gives her side every opportunity to expose any weakness in defence. And our referee says you made it over the line but did not get the ball down. I was celebrating with the Vulcans, with the Auckland side. We're on international rules. You maintain possession, bring it back to the 25-metre mark. And it continues. Nice steal that time from Keisha. Claridge te Iwimati.
Yeah, Orcas saved by an error there by the Vulcans. See what they can reply with on attack. It's been some time since they've actually had the ball in hand. They've been on defence for majority of the last 15 minutes.
Good defence that time from Georgia Wharton Benedict. Just 18 years of age is the number 4 from the Vulcans. Makes the tackle, already turns on defence. The line speed on defence from the Vulcans has been outstanding. They, in fact, have not had to defend a lot, but when they do, they maximise on any errors that occur, and that there was an error from the Orcas. Look out, here come the Vulcans. Terriel gets up, plays the ball. Leo looks to go left, and she does. Initial cutout pass, misses out on Gray. So many runners at the moment for the Vulcans. So many opportunities left and right. Making the most of the defence not getting back on the mark. No penalty from the referee. The Vulcans, you get a feeling, don't even want a penalty. They just want to play the ball. Drawing the defence, an easy cutout pass. They look to go wide, charging her way through. Otos Niel. She is fast, she's quick, she held on to the line and has been rewarded for her patience. This Auckland team is on fire.
Yes, they are on fire. Quick pace down the edge by Aotearoa Neil. Scored that try in the left-hand corner. Comes from the club of Pukekohe. Had a great season this season. Had the privilege of coaching her last year at Papakura. I know she's got speed to burn, and just seeing her game grow over the last couple of years has been amazing, and good to see her in this space playing provincial footy where she deserves to be. So great try there by Aotearoa Neil.
You have an Uma with her? Little race? Little Kiateri? Come on.
I'd have no chance. No chance.
She's like lightning, is the number 5 from the Auckland Vulcans. Watch her hold her position. It's always easy to kind of creep in and try and take an inside ball, but she did to Aotearoa Neil. The number 5 from the Vulcans. She's fast, she's quick, she held the ball close. She could have gone left or right with the hand. It didn't matter. The defence wasn't there. And the kick is short that time from the Vulcans. Doesn't look too bothered by it. At the moment, does Danny Nicole Gray with the kick. What an outstanding start from this Vulcan side. This is the first match of the New Zealand Women's Premiership competition. We've got a double header today heading your way. Stick around for the Akarana Falcons and the Canterbury Bulls after this match if you're joining us live. The first week of competition, 5 weeks of 6 zones competing for the all-important October 12 final. And right now, the Auckland Vulcans are sending a message to the other teams. Maya Rickard kicking off for the Wellington Orcas. Decent kick. This is a great opportunity. having to push back the Vulcans as much as they possibly can. Under international rules, the scrum will be brought forward. It will be fed by the Orcas. They kicked off. And this is the first opportunity in the last 15 minutes that the Orcas have had within their own attacking quarter. What have they got? Tuimati feeds it, and they send it out wide early down the right-hand side. An early cut-out pass. A nice step there from Cooper, but the defence was there to match it from the Vulcans as well. Be interesting to see how the Vulcans' defence is tested here. It's all been attack, attack, attack for the side in blue. Charging their way through the middle of the pitch are the Wellington Orcas. Almeri with the ball, looking for a short pass, smothered that time from Auckland. There's a gap up the middle. Good charging run that time from Mulikiyamaya. Quick play the ball. That's what was needed from Wellington. Is there an opportunity out wide? It looked a little vulnerable out there defensively. Making her way through the middle. Uramaya Taiyaki. She had to charge, and is this the first points for the Wellington Orcas? It is. They're celebrating. The referee says that is yours to Wellington, and a great opportunity with just a few minutes remaining before the half time. How much did they need that try?
Oh, they needed that before the half time. Beautiful teamwork here as they spread from the left to the right. Face ball there to the centre. She has a lot of work to do. The winger comes back in, ball to Lewin, finds some space in the defensive line of the Vulcans and gets the Orcas on the board.
She's a good player, is that Caitlin Lewin, the number 12 for the Orcas. Always hungry for the ball. Nice little left foot step there. Had to charge away. Plenty of work for her to do before she crossed the line. And that might be just what the Wellington Orcas needed to get themselves back into this match. Lining up to the post, Maya Ricard. She's been kicking goals since she was 6 years of age. Before training, after training, during training. And the pressure of this match certainly can get the better of all kickers. But the Wellington Orcas are on the board. Not easy out wide. 22-4 at the moment for the Auckland Vulcans against the Wellington Orcas. The Vulcans in the blue on the left of your screens. The Orcas about to receive the ball. They'll have a spring in their step. We're coming to you live from Massey Park in Papakura, the heart of rugby league. On the board for the first time are the Orcas. They want to charge their way down the other end of the pitch. Sticking with the middle of the ground at the moment. Good yardage from the Orcas. That's what they need. Just tackle number 2 and pushing their way to the halfway line. This is what a try can do for a side. How will the Auckland Vulcans respond defensively? Referee says just hang on a second before they play the ball. Excellent line speed defence from the Vulcans. You can rave all day about their attack, but in the end it's the defence that keeps the opposition out. The Orcas were with an opportunity to try and push their way down to their attacking quarter, but an error has crept in, and that is on the back of some very good defence from Auckland.
Yeah, good defensive pressure from the Vulcans. Started the set really strong. Sherry Burgess, who caught that ball on a full, had a really good run to get some momentum and start the set off, and followed with a couple of more good barnstorming runs. But as we've seen earlier in this game, they keep forcing the pass down that right edge, which they've had multiple errors. Might be something they'd want to look at. Tidy that up a little bit. Vulcans in possession here again. Danny Nicole-Gray with the ball in hand. Oh, bit of miscommunication there.
Always a miscommunication when you run into your own player. Quick play the ball that time from the Vulcans. Here come the runners, charging their way forward. Teal gets up quick, plays the ball. They opt to go down to the left, keeping it nice and clinical at the moment are the Vulcans, leading 22-4. Sticking with their left-hand side attacking play. Whakasalia, the number 12. Never shy in receiving the ball and making yards for her team. Easy yardage at the moment for the Vulcans. Nothing fancy, running out of tackles. Deco runner comes through. The kick comes in on the 5. The chasers are there. The pressure is under the Orcas. And nullifying the play is Waitui Cooper.
Yeah, good set from the Vulcans. Before the game, their coach spoke of wanting them to complete sets, and that's exactly what they just did there. Nice set with a good kick to finish, getting the Orcas in the corner. The Hooters gone here for half
Good
time.
yards that time from Philippou of the Orcas. 35-minute halves here in the New Zealand Women's Premiership competition. And the Auckland Vulcans take a commanding lead over the Wellington Orcas, 22-4. You are watching the NZRL National Women's Premiership Rugby League competition. The first weekend of 5 weekends of intense Wahine Rugby League football. The final will be held on October 12. And at the moment at half-time, it is the Auckland Vulcans leading the Wellington Orcas 22-4. Kicking off on the left of your screens are the Orcas. Plenty of work for the Orcas to do in the next 35 minutes. Not a deep kick that time. The Vulcans take it clean. That's been the secret of their success so far. Clean, clinical rugby league from the Vulcans. Joining me in commentary, Crystal Rulta. Played 15 tests for the Kiwi Ferns. Kiwi Fern number 124. That's a good number, mate.
Yep, it sure is.
What do you think the Orcas need to do to try and get back into this match?
I just think they need to stick to the basics, as I said earlier, just not forcing the pass, which I've seen, we've seen them do quite a few times down that right edge. Sometimes better to just play a little bit safer, especially when it's wet weather. As we see here, the Vulcans have been very dominant in this first half. Defensively, I just think the Orcas need to just stay a little bit more connected, push up line speed together. Line's a little bit staggered. But here's an opportunity for the Orcas. Oh. Knock on there from the Vulcans. Handover. Orcas need to work hard here to get out of their red zone.
Won't be easy for them to work hard, trailing 4-22 at this stage. Got to make their way up the middle of the pitch. Got to make some yards. The one-off play, first off the ruck, is not working for the Orcas at the moment. What other opportunities do they have? Joining me in commentary, Crystal Rulta. Played for the New Zealand Warriors in the NZRL, also the Newcastle Knights, captained the Māori All-Stars, bringing her insight to this match. And her information at the moment is the Orcas just need to keep it simple and try and make some yards. It's hard to make yards with defence like that from the Vulcans. That is impressive. Going nowhere, but the referee says you cannot line the player for that long. If you do, you'll be penalised. A very, very welcomed penalty for the Orcas.
Yeah, a bit of a get out of jail free card for the Orcas. Let's hope that the kick makes it out. Unfortunately, it doesn't again. That's the
Second time in a row for the Orcas, where they've tried to make the touch line on their penalty and have not been successful. Now they are forced to defend again. That's tackle number 1. Here come the Vulcans, already in there, attacking half in the early stages of the second half, leading 22-4. They would love to put some points on the board early in this competition. Go down the right-hand side of the pitch. Gee, she's been good, is Luo. the number 9 from the Vulcans. She's the distributor. She implements all the play from the dummy half play. She is clever, she's fast, she's keen, and trying to lead it. Good charging run from Tiao, the number 23 from the Vulcans. Gets up quick, plays the ball. Here comes the support. The kick comes in at 4. It's as good as the chase. Where's the chase? Well retrieved that time from the Orcas.
Yeah, good chase there from Hirawini. Good set from the Vulcans. Another completed set. I'm sure George will be very happy with that of his team. They're backing it up with some solid defense here.
Crystal Rotter's talking about George Carmont, the coach of the Auckland Vulcans. 83 matches he played for the Knights. I also think he played well over 183 matches for the Wigan Warriors. And he represented Samoa. Quite a coach. He's certainly making an impact. Nice inside ball that time, but nullified and again from the Vulcans. Very good defence from the Auckland team in blue on the right of your screens. Under pressure, the kick was made, retrieved on the full, and here come the Vulcans. Nice charging run from Shea. Referee says there was an indiscretion there in the play of the ball. He'll bring in a scrum. You're watching the international rules of rugby league at the moment. Just one referee. For those of you that thinks that's enough, just one referee. And don't worry, there's no bunker going down either. This is a great game of rugby league, mate. 35-minute halves in the NZRL Women's National Rugby League Premiership. 6 zones represented. The first weekend of competition. The Orcas under the pump, trailing 22-4. Good run that time from Amira Ranapia. That's what they need. The Orcas need yards. They need to get into a position where they can put all that practice into play. Still early in the tackle count. This is only number 3. Switching sides, charging through on the right-hand side is Cherie Burgess. She was named on the bench but has played most of the match, has the number 21. Quick, play the ball. Here come the Orcas. And here comes the ua, the rain here on Tamaki Makoto. We're at Massey Park in Auckland. Great rugby league weather. Cut out pass goes straight down to the left-hand side on attack. Good run from Filippo, but she was absolutely nullified from the Vulcans. Running out of options. Off the boot, picks it up. Oh, great opportunity. I sensed a runaway try there.
Oh, unfortunate there for Danny Nicole Gray.
She's got the pace.
She would, but an error there. She did well to stop that kick from Te Iwi Mate. Unfortunately, unable to pick the ball up on the run. This is the opportunity that the Orcas need. Te Iwi Mate kicked the ball straight into Danny Nicole Gray as she goes to retrieve the ball. A little bit of a thumble forward.
She looks up the ref and says,
testing with the ref.
I didn't knock it on.
She doesn't believe she knocked it on.
I didn't knock it on. The ball just went forward. I didn't knock it on. Take a moment to make sure the players are all okay. The Vulcans.
I believe that's June Westerlin on the ground. She's been carrying a bit of a knee injury throughout the season. She's one of the ladies that played in my Papakura team. Very, very good season this season too.
She had her left leg heavily strapped in the first place, so she had a knee injury leading into this.
She's had a knee, and yeah, she's been carrying a knee niggle throughout the season. I hope that she hasn't aggravated that. It looks like she has, but she's had such a stellar season for our Papakura Seagulls this season, so really sad to see her limping off the field. Hope it's nothing serious.
Been some successful players for the Sea Eagles, including Hirawini, Westerlin, Crosby. They recently won the ARL Steel Shanks Women's Premiership, so well represented in this Auckland side. Here come the Orcas. Feeding it off the scrum. Tackle number 1. Not shy in sending it wide. Quick hands from the Orcas. Seems as though that's the new attitude for the second half of this competition. They're where they want to be, right in that red zone attacking end. Quick play the ball. Good stuff. Charging their way forward. The defence is there. Ball and all tackle. Stick with the right-hand side. No short ball on the inside. Decide to go wide. Looking a little weak down the side. And the Orcas strike first in the second half. And they are sending a message. We are still in this match.
The Orcas definitely still are in this match. Beautiful team try.
Hanging out wide, Hini Uramua Taiaki.
Beautiful pass from dummy half. Floater over the top. Aotearoa Neil unable to stop the winger there.
Takes confidence, hey, the triple cutout pass. Missing 1, 2, 3 players.
Especially when that's not a strong pass for most ladies. Going from the left to the right. It's usually the other way. That ladies are good at passing. Taiaki, beautiful try.
Hinamaya Uramau Taiaki. Rewarded for her efforts, holding her space down the right-hand side. And the Orcas are sending a message to those watching around Aotearoa, and in fact here at Massey Park in Auckland. We may have trailed 22-4 at half-time, but we've had a kōrero with our coach. Daniel McEwen has sent a message out to his troops. He may not win it up the front. The defence is too strong from the Vulcans. We may have to send it wide. Maya Rickard, this is a tough kick. I mean, we talk about kicks in rugby league when it's right in front of the posts and we say, we can throw it over. This one you can't throw over. This one you'd be lucky to kick over. Not a strong wind, a slight southwesterly blowing through at Massey Park, maybe 10 to 12 knots. It's not about the wind, it's about the distance. Put plenty on it. Got close to the black dot, but fell across the face of the post. So the Wellington Orcas cannot add another 2 points to their try, but they're back in the game. They're in the zone. And they've sent a message to the Auckland Vulcans players and fans. We're here to play and we're not giving up. You're watching the NZRL Women's Premiership. This is Rugby League. We're at Massey Park. Day 1 of competition. In possession, trailing 22-8, are the Wellington Orcas. They are the only side that has scored so far in the second half. And the yards continue right up the middle. Good charging run that time from Liafi. Something about the attitude of this Orcas side in the second 35 minutes of the competition. And some of the tackles are starting to fall off from the Vulcans. It would be very interesting indeed if the Orcas could add some more points. To do that, they're looking for missed tackles from the Vulcans. They're looking for errors in defensive play from the Vulcans. They're looking for the Vulcans to look a little tired. The kick goes up. Are there chasers? Good retrieving play on the last tackle, and the referee says that will be a handover. That's almost a tick and a win for the Orcas.
Yeah, beautiful step from the Orcas. You can really, they've stepped it up the second half. You can see their connections a lot better there. Defensively and on attack too. Some strong, powerful runs. Good support runners. Got to back it up here with a good set of defense, which they started to do in this beginning of the set from the Vulcans.
One of the messages coming through from Daniel McEwen, the coach of the Orcas, was when it's time to defend, no matter how tired you are, no matter how much you're trailing, you need to stop the runners. Take the legs, ball and all tackle, anything from preventing yardage. And at the moment, the Orcas are doing just that. Good charging run, excellent one-on-one tackle. That time it was Tyra Leota of the Orcas. The number 11 gets up quick and tries to get back onside. The kick goes up. an error that time off the Orcas, maybe. And the referee says, double knock on. First came from Auckland, second came from Orcas. Orcas in possession. This is a great start from the Wellington Orcas outfit.
Yeah, some good completed sets from both sides to start the second half, both building a bit of pressure. It's going to be who can keep the pressure on, and the team that can keep the pressure on will be the team that scores next. So see if Wellington can get to the back end of this set.
That was a good charging run earlier from Waitui Cooper. She's a debutant at the moment for the Wellington Orcas, represents St. George, and Whanganui Tara, just 18 years of age, playing like a rugby league player that's been around for a whole lot, many years more than that. And look out, Vulcans. Here come the Orcas, the only side to have scored in the second half at the moment. You get the feeling that they thought it was 0-0 at halftime, testing and challenging the defence of the Vulcans. The decoy runners come through. Nice little dummy on the outside. The kick comes through, retrieves it. Last tackle continues. They go left, smothering defence from Nicole Gray. Still an opportunity to push through. And they go out wide, charging towards the line, trying to keep it alive. Good defence from the Vulcans.
Yeah, good scrambled defence there. Was looking a bit worrying. Had some backs turned. The line was very disjointed. Not sure if there's an injury there, but they did well to recover, the Vulcans.
I think it might be number 23, Teo, for the Vulcans, that is headed to the sideline. Just a little bit of fatigue setting in for the Vulcans at the moment. They led 22-4 at halftime. Certainly headed into the halftime orange session with a whole lot of confidence. Starting to make some yards now through the middle of the pitch. Good offload. Defence is there to match it from the Orcas. That time through the hands of Taira Leota of Wellington. The Orcas look up and say, we're here, we're defending, no penalty. The play the ball continues, the tackle count continues. Good charging run up the middle, making the yards for her side. The Auckland Vulcans. Louis makes 10 metres, draws the defence, puts the kick through, and once again retrieved by Waitui Cooper. Plenty of conversation about that young fullback from Wellington that plays for St. George. Bit of a teenage sensation in rugby league when she was growing up, making her name known here in the NZRL Women's Premiership competition. Setting it down the left-hand side that time is to Iwamati. She's the co-captain, is the halfback, Keishia Te Iwamati. Represented NPC for the Wellington Pride in 2020 and named in the Kiwi Ferns New Zealand-based squad as well. She's an impact player and she's trying to make an impact at the moment, looking for support play. This is an arm wrestle in the second half. The Wellington Orcas about to kick, the only side to have scored so far in the second 35-minute play. Not attacking prowess, no chases coming through, but managing to hold the Vulcans back. What do the Vulcans have with possession at the moment? You'd think that the Vulcans were trailing 22-8, not leading 22-8. There's something about this Wellington side in the second half that has said, we are here to play and we are here to win. The message from the coach, Daniel McEwen, was defend, defend, defend. Can the Orcas hold out the Vulcans?
Yeah, like when Kafusi has the ball in hand, she's very deceptive. She can ball play as well, as we've seen for this Vulcan side, dropping her other middles under. Vulcans are looking a little bit deflated at the moment, and the Orcas have really stepped it up in the second half.
Good defence from the Orcas. The play, the ball comes through from the Vulcans. They go to the short side. Slide overlap, but the defence is there to match. Nothing at the moment can get past those Wellington players. Well, lots of looks to the referee and a touch judge. Orcas in possession one more time. Good 8-metre charge. Every player doing their part for the Wellington Orcas side. Still trailing 22-8 the Auckland, the Wellington Orcas, black and yellow on your screens left to right. Quick play the ball, charging through, trying to get those players offline. There is something about the attitude of this Orcas team that has completely changed since the first half. Now, the only side to have scored so far in the second half, charging their way to the line, are the Wellington Orcas. Quick play the ball, sticking with the right-hand side, drawing the defence and sending it through to Leo Isopo. Started on the bench for the first 3 minutes and has not been replaced. Good positional kick that time from the Orcas. They want possession back, and that was clever play.
Very clever play. I was looking at the two middles on the inside, and Sherry Burgess and Wirakohu. I was thinking, give them the ball, but she spots the fullbacks out of position. Nice little grubber through and forces Danny Nicole Gray to have to tap it out. Repeat set here for the Wellington Orcas.
Clever play from the Aucklanders, not to surrender possession with a bomb and surrender retrieving a catch. You know, a nice grubber, get the chasers through, look for a deflection, and once again the Vulcans will be under the pump. Good decent in-goal kick from the Vulcans. Cooper, she'll always make yards when she receives the ball. Pass on the inside and a change of play. So make things very interesting indeed if the Orcas manage to get the bill over the line. Good smothering defence. 3 defenders in. Plenty of defenders in close for the Vulcans. How are the defenders out wide? Catches, dummies, jigs, takes on the defence, and the defence is there for the task. Orcas still in possession. Charging run. Anyone under the ball? Our referee says, I'll look left, I'll look right. The touchies just say no, try.
Yeah, Kat Wirakohu. She's just come back onto the field. She's been sitting on the bench for a little bit. As soon as she comes on, she injects herself. Earlier on in the set, had a nice charging run. A little bit of a dummy here. Settles the ball. Can see the inside set up in Sherry Burgess, but they decide to go down the short side. So Kat Wirakohu, too strong, too powerful. Wouldn't expect anything less from her.
Charging run from the Orcas. Receiving possession. They get together as a team. I can let you know that the Wellington Orcas were trailing 22-4 at halftime. We heard a message from the sideline commentators telling us that the coach said the Orcas need to lift their defence. They've crossed for the first 2 tries in the second half. You are watching the NZRL Women's Premiership Rugby League competition. And we have a game on our hands at the moment. So the Orcas are asking questions of the Auckland Vulcans. Do the Auckland Vulcans have an answer? Looking to add 2 points to the scoreboard in the second half, that time falling short of the posts. Missed the last 2 kicks at goal. Still a smile on the face of the Wellington Orcas players.
I can open it right up. Around about 2.4.
20 minutes into the second half of this competition. After trailing 22-4, it is now 22-12. The Vulcans over the Orcas. Auckland leading Wellington. Now, if you take a half-time score, all the positivity would remain with the Orcas. They are in possession. And here they come. 18-metre run. The forwards doing what they need to do for the Orcas. Good defence from the Vulcans. Smothering, 1 on legs, 2 on the ball. Trying to nullify everything heading their way. It has been all the attacking play from the Wellington side at the moment. Cherie Burgess, the number 21, has certainly made her mark since coming onto this pitch for the women's premiership competition. The Orcas go left. Plenty of spring in the step of the Orcas at the moment. This will be the last tackle, says the referee. What are the options? Pretender kick, cut out pass, looking for options, staying wide, charging their way to the line. No defenders in front. 3 for the Wellington Orcas. Here we go.
They're bringing their game back, the Wellington Orcas. What a beautiful try. It was a beautiful set from the Orcas. They just powered through the middle with their strong, powerful runners, and then they spread it out to their left edge. Beautiful pass by Te Iwe Mate. Nice draw and pass. Actual centre holding on that wing edge, and a beautiful try for the Orcas. They definitely brought themselves back into this game. The Vulcans have had no answers, but what a beautiful try there.
The Vulcans have had no possession, no attacking possession. The injuries keep on coming at the moment. There'll be a call for pickle juice.
Yeah, I think it's just a bit of second half cramping going on.
Anaya Maxwell, Pua Hotoa. Her first try of the day. It's one she'll remember for quite some time, representing Wellington for the first time. She debuted at the Tasha competition. Has played for the South Sydney Rabbitohs in 2023. Played for St George Illawarra in 2024 and has now scored a try for the Wellington Orcas in the 2025 opening match of the NZRL Women's Premiership. Try and bring within 4 points the Wellington Orcas. There's been a change in attitude of this match from both sides. Lines it up, puts plenty behind it, has the height, not the distance or the angle. The Auckland Vulcans leading 22 to 16. Tyra Leota, the second rower for the Wellington Orcas, gets some time on the bench. The interchange rules are 10 in this competition, not 8.
Yeah, she'll be a loss for this Orcas side, Tyra Leota. She was one of their standout players, in my eyes anyway, last season, in the 2024 season.
Leading 22 to 16, the Vulcans kick off. The Orcas head left to right. Since the second half of competition, it has been the Orcas that have scored 3 tries. We have not seen a whole lot of attacking play from the Vulcans at this stage. It has all been about Wellington, Wellington, Wellington. The defence has been strong, not a lot of errors defensively, but the Orcas are finding the gaps. And the fundaments of the game for the Orcas that were there in the opening 35 minutes are there right now. Within a try and goal scoring opportunity of levelling the scores, and they keep on coming. They keep on charging from Wellington. There's 3 tackles into the play. They target left. Nice little hold and dummy. A good show and go that time from Te Iwe Mate, the captain. She'll always be involved. There she is with the ball. She puts the kick up. They'd love to get possession back, or at least try and hold the Vulcans down their end of the pitch. So we do see the Vulcans in possession. Tackle number 1, heading to tackle number 2. They're at the wrong end of the pitch at the moment. Taking the legs away. That was great stuff from Nawakatabu. She just mowed the ankles down. That is inspirational for a side that is trailing by 6 in the second half. 15 minutes remaining in this second half. Very, very good run from Hedawini. What have the Vulcans got? Under the pump in the second half. The kick comes on the 4th. Very well retrieved from the Orcas. It just seems to all be going their way at the moment. Filippo, the number 2, the pacey winger that scored a try in the first half. Brought it in with both hands. Looking for a quick play the ball are the Orcas. Down the wrong end of the pitch for them. Smothering inspirational defence from the Vulcans. More of that from the side in blue. Yet to score a try are the Vulcans. Trying to stop the 4th try in a row from the Orcas. Burgess picks the ball, retrieves it from out wide and manages to make 18 metres for her side. Gets up, plays it quick. Here come the Orcas. They head left. Looking for a gap in the middle of the pitch. No short runners. Questions being asked of the Vulcans at the moment. What have they got? What can they shut down? Orcas go right. Last tackle. Looking for a playmaker. One more to go. Just 6 points in this match. In the hot seat at the moment are the Wellington Orcas. One-on-one play, no steal at the moment. They needed to retrieve that cleanly, did the Vulcans, and what they needed more than anything was a penalty.
Yeah, both teams are looking quite fatigued at the moment. Would have wanted that penalty, get a few extra metres from the kick out. While the runners catch their breath. Seen here, Aotearoa Neil gets up and gets the ball. Penalty for this Vulcan side, a much needed one at that. Hedawini with the ball. She's been good all game. She just injects herself into the line. She's so fearless.
So the Vulcans need runners. The Vulcans need distance. The Vulcans need yards. Where are their runners? Where's the pack? Where are the players that were there in the first 35 minutes? Here they come. This would be a turning point of the match if the Vulcans could get to the other side of the pitch and score points. Scoreless at the moment in the second 35 minutes are the Auckland Vulcans that dominated the first half of this competition. A change in attitude came out from the Orcas from Wellington in the second half. It's been all attack, attack, attack from the Orcas. How are they going to defend? A little breakdown in communication on the attacking play. Triple cutout pass. How's the defence out wide? Steps left, steps right. Hedawini always looking for the offload. Nicole Gray puts a good kick through to the middle. Do they hold off? Do they wait till it goes through? The chase was good, and the referee says that was too deep, and it will be Orcas' possession.
20-metre tap here for the Orcas. See what they can produce from this. It was a bit of a risk to let it bounce. They had the chasers coming through the Vulcans, but the risk paid off. Got a 20-metre tap. One of their most experienced players here, Uruamo Taiaki, she played in their 2024 campaign and she was a really good asset to their team last year. Here we have Sherry Burgess with the ball in hand. She's been outstanding since she's come off the bench today. Just her strong, powerful runs something that this Orcas team needed. As soon as she came on, the momentum and the shift changed for the side. It's only 6 points the difference now.
Taiaki played for the Pororua Valkyrie Club, 4-time Wellington champion. She's an absolute hero in her local club. We know they're all watching her today. They're all hoping that she can produce something different for the Orcas. It's been such a good attitude change from the Orcas that were trailing 22-4 at halftime. They were in possession, looking to cross again. They've scored the last 3 tries. And we'll just take a moment to see what's happening in back play. Get the feeling that the Auckland Vulcans are quite pleased they have an opportunity to put hands on hips, go low and suck in the oxygen. They are looking a little fatigued, not just on attack, but on defence as well. Now we're leading 22-4, and the Orcas have scored the last 3 tries. Without scoring a conversion for the tries, made their way back to 22-16. Scoreless at the moment are the Auckland Rugby League Vulcans Wahine team in the second half. That wasn't the message that came through at halftime. Their coach, George Carmont, played 83 matches for the Knights. Would have been pretty happy with things. Looked pretty innocuous on the tackle. Nothing I would assume that the referees would have to address, but I thought let's go out to the injured players. Fakosalia, the number 12, will take some time to reassess what's happening. Possession still with the Orcas. The Vulcans an opportunity, and the blue jerseys defending at the moment to take a breath, reassess themselves, get their structural defence cranking. Early kick, deflection comes off the foot. The charge comes through. Great play, Vulcans.
Yes, very safe. Slade dives on that ball. Only 3 minutes in the second half. Can the Vulcans get down the other end and score and then hold out the Orcas? That's probably all there's going to be left in this game. Or can the Orcas cause another upset and draw this game?
You've seen it before from the Orcas.
Yes, we have last season.
So making their way down the pitch are the Auckland Vulcans. They're in front by 8. 2.5 minutes remaining in the match. Do they chance their arm and try and score the points? Header winner knows her way to the line. She's fast, she's quick, and she's mowed down by the Orcas. Great try-saving, maybe a match-saving defensive tackle. The ball came through. Unselfish play. No one gets underneath the ball. And the Vulcans that time, very unselfish play from several of their players.
Oh, beautiful try there. It was the break from Hedawini that started this. They shift right across from the right edge. Danny Nicole Gray with a cutout ball to the back to Slade. She dummies across the field, gets the ball out to Hedawini. Thought she was going to make it all the way to the try line. Gets mowed down by the fullback, Cooper. See the space there on the right-hand side for the Vulcans. But it was a team effort. Didn't get white line fever. Fed the ball to Gale, who scores for the Vulcans to probably seal the deal for the Vulcans here today at Massey Park.
Crystal Rota, she doesn't like white line fever. Not your cup of tea, is it?
I think I don't like it more now that I'm a coach.
bringing insight into this NZRL Women's Premiership competition is the coach of the county's Manukau Stingrays team. That will tell you there's no need to try and go for the try if you've got someone that can score it for you. Missing right in front. What do you think of that as a coach, Crystal?
Oh, I know she'll be more disappointed in herself than anyone else. She's been kicking well today.
Less than 30 seconds remaining in the match. The Vulcans. It's okay to smile when you miss a kick, especially when you're leading by 8. She has not just kicked really well, but Danny Gray has played exceptionally well, the number 18 playing in the halfback role for the Vulcans. She's deceptive, she's an orchestrator, she's a clever, crafty player. And she'll be very pleased with her performance this afternoon. Eight points the difference in this opening round of the Aotearoa Women's Premiership competition, with another 2. 10 points up are the Auckland Vulcans. Oh! There was a strip there, the referee said, which you're not allowed to do. The penalty would have been given, and it has been given. But the hooter has been sounded. We'll still go forward with the penalty. I tell you what, if you ever want to make sure you get the sideline on a penalty kick, now's the time. Take the play. And a very, very credible performance in the second half from the Wellington Orcas. But in the end, it is the Auckland Vulcans that reign supreme in the opening competition, with Auckland defeating Wellington 26-16 here at Massey Park, Papakura, Tamaki Makaurau. That was an impressive performance from the Orcas in the second half. No one would have expected that. They'd obviously had a cordial from their coach, Daniel McEwen, and they came out firing, and it tested a lot about this Vulcan side as well.
Yeah, they played outstanding that second half. They really came out. I don't know what the coach told them, but that definitely brought out another level in their game. And to have 10 debutants in that Wellington side, they lost, you know, quite a bit of experience from their season team that they had last year. So they did so well, and it's only up from here. It's only the first game, so I'm sure the coach would be happy with what they've done today.
On fire with the Vulcans at the opening stages of the match. They reigned supreme and dominated proceedings for the first 35 minutes. Try after try after try. Luang, the number 9, just looking for support players. And if you're looking for a support player, it'll be Danny Gray. They were so good, so clinical, so classy in the first half. But as we know, it's a game of 2 halves, and things can change. Things can change.
Definitely. The first half obviously was dominated by the Vulcans. They just scored try after try, as we've seen that try there from Louis. This pass from Sasa out to Aotearoa Neil, who scored on the left edge. It was a dominant performance in the first half from the Vulcans. See them getting around each other. This was the only try that was scored by the Wellington Orcas in the first half. From the middle to the right edge, centre. Winger cuts back on the inside. The ball goes back inside, and a beautiful try from Caitlin. She was good this game, Caitlin Lewin. She scored the only try in the first half for the Orcas. But in the second half, it was a different story. The Orcas really came out to play in the second half and really dominated through the second half. There's a beautiful try here from one of their seasoned players that played last year, Urua Motayaki. Got the first try of the second half. Then they spread it to the left edge. It was a little bit of a sticky one, this one. She got tackled. I thought she was going over, but she played the ball. The dummy half knew exactly where the ball was going to. Katwita Kohu, too strong, too powerful. And then the dominance just continued for this Orcas side. Beautiful pass from Te Uamate out to their left edge. And this was a beautiful try. It was actually their centre that stayed out on the wing to draw the numbers. And then the Vulcans finished here. That was a break from Hedawini that scored, that got this try in order for Peter Gale to seal the deal for the Vulcans to win by 10 points here at Massey Park.
Outstanding start from the Auckland Vulcans, kick-starting their campaign with a 10-point victory over the Wellington Orcas. Let's get some feedback from our captains.
Well, Acacia, bruising game, but boy, what a good second half from you guys.
Yeah, look, we went away at half-time and knew that we needed to work on a few things, and it showed in the second half, coming out strong. So, yeah, really good effort from our ladies in the second half.
Got very close to them, 6 points behind, but just couldn't find, the points to bring it right back.
Yeah, we had patches of really good play, especially that second half and maybe the first half. But yeah, we just need to be a bit more consistent with it, string along more of those good periods, hopefully a full game.
How's the team or the squad coming together?
Oh, look, we're coming together nicely. You know, first game, it's always going to test where you need to work on and where we're doing really well. So, yeah, onwards and upwards from here.
And what was the message at half time? Because it was a bit of a bruising first half, and then but you turned it around.
Yeah, we knew what to do. We're saying all the same things. We just had to do it. So yeah, just not talk the talk, walk the walk too. So yeah.
Well, enjoy the flight back to Wellington, and we'll see you later in the comp.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Kapai Korua from Keisha Claridge Te Iwamati and Acacia Omeri, the captain and co-captains of the Wellington Orcas that fought their way back in the second half of this competition, but in a way just ran out of time. It was a very courageous performance. But let's find out what Fred de Jong can find out from our captain's duo, the captain's whānau, to find out the reflection from the Auckland Vulcans.
Danny, Shay, you must be pleased to chalk up your first win of the season.
Yeah, it's always good to get the first win of the season. Just come together 2 weeks ago. I think our week this week was pretty good. We're just starting our structures and ran it pretty good today. I think it was just a bit of a roll set today, but yeah, able to get the win.
Came out of the blocks firing, went out to a big lead, and then but it sort of stalled after half time.
Yeah, we kind of took our foot off the pedal there, but we pulled it in at the end of the day. Yeah, we're just really proud of the girls and their efforts.
How's the group been? How have you found it coming together and then preparing for the competition?
We've actually got a young group of girls coming through, all through grassroots too. So it's pretty cool to come back together with some girls I actually played with when I was 14, 13. Yeah.
How'd you feel at the end there when when the team scored the try just to make the game safe?
I don't know, eh? It was good. Really proud of the girls' efforts. We really digged in the last 5 minutes there. Yeah.
All good. Well, good win, and onwards and upwards for the competition.
About the kick in front.
We won't talk about the kick in front.
Talk about that. Thank you.
Daddy Nicole Gray there on the left and Shay Slade there on the right, and a very budding new rugby league player on the left as well. No one mentions the kick in front, that you miss it. Doesn't matter when your side are successful and making their way through the opening round of the competition. The Auckland Rugby League Vulcans Wahine team, too good. 10 points over the Wellington Orcas. Stick around, rugby league fans, if you're enjoying all of the Wahine action. There's more to come in a short time from now at 3 p.m. We will have the Aotearoa Falcons up against the Canterbury Bulls, the first week of competition. Hope you're enjoying all of it. It's been a breathtaker at the opening stages. We're coming to you from Massey Park here in Auckland, and the Rugby League will continue shortly. Thank you so much for your company, and we'll see you again very, very, very soon.